Well, a very good evening to each and every one of you joining me, Miss Belinda Scandal, for this week's sensational episode of Your Manchester. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, have we got a show for you tonight. We've got coming up for you today, we are talking about Sister Act. Also, everybody, in just a few moments' time, we're literally using somebody on a Wednesday night that's normally accustomed to a Saturday night, everybody. That's right. The legend that is Whigfield is joining us on our show in literally just a few minutes' time. First of all, let's meet the rest of our sofa guests. Hello to Caroline Whitehead.
Hello.
How are you? And our lovely Michael Adams.
Hello.
You've been here because we've launched the radio this week, I should say, everybody. We've launched the radio this week. We've got a brand new radio station called Chatterbox Radio. You are our breakfast presenter, so you are literally here first thing in the morning.
I sleep here.
You sleep here. And you are now here last thing at night as well.
I know.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I'd be sick of the sight of me.
Hey, well, I'm not. I wouldn't dare be sick of the sight. So much going on in Manchester. Let's have a little chat in a few minutes' time about what's going on, because there's so much going on in the meantime. She's about to appear in Reminisce Festival, everybody. And she's here, the one, the only. Whigfield, welcome to Your Manchester. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
This is a very big honour for us, honestly. I was just liking it because we've got a few young people that work here, very young. And I was liking the fact that we've managed to get this interview with such a legend as you to the equivalent of them getting an interview with somebody like Katy Perry these days. You know what I mean? You are a massive, massive star. How's life been for you?
I'm a dinosaur, basically. Life's good. Life's amazing. I'm constantly on tour. It's a bit hot right now in Italy. I'm sitting in my living room with all the windows open. It's almost 40 degrees. So yeah, but life's good.
Yes. I bet it's warm up there, but I mean, to use a coin, I'm wearing my Whigfield and it's very, very warm. It's very, very warm over here. Now you're doing Reminisce Festival here in the lovely United Kingdom. Perhaps tell us a little bit about what that festival will be.
Oh my God, it's such an amazing atmosphere because it's the parents, the kids, the grandparents. A lot of people wearing silly clothes. I mean, you have to wear 90s outfit when you go to these concerts. And then it's all about lots of cheesy music, just being together, having, having a good time.
It's going to be amazing. I'm guessing you'll be doing your wonderful hits there.
Well, sometimes I joke with the audience, like when it gets to the end of the show and I'm like, what date is it today? And then everybody goes Saturday night. And I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that.
I've got to ask you a question, Wakefield. At the beginning of the Saturday night song.
Can you do that?
I'll do it for you. 1 second. What's going on there, please?
It doesn't mean nothing, absolutely nothing. It was just a few takes that the producer had cut together at the end of the song. He said just fool around a little bit, and then he took those and put them in the beginning of the track. That was basically it.
And when you did that song, did you ever envisage how big a hit it would actually be?
Do you know, every time you're in the studio and you hear something and it's different, of course it's not like you think, oh, this is going to be big, because when you're a musician, all your babies are big. You're sure something is going to happen, and it's just a big Russian roulette. You really don't know, especially, I mean, then nobody wanted to sign Saturday Night. It was really, really hard. It took a lot of persuasion, and we got signed to this very small label in Valencia. It was actually a shop selling records. That's actually how Saturday Night started, and then very slowly made its way to England.
And how does it feel all these years later to know that this song is still being played? I mean, you can't literally, I'll say it, go out on a Saturday night without hearing Saturday Night. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I think I still don't believe it, because it's kind of like, it's a bit Stranger Things. It's one of those things like, when I have a really bad day and everything doesn't work out and whatever, I always think, I'm doing this. I should be thankful. I'm not working in a factory. Working in a factory is fine, but it's not for me. And every time I have a bad day, I always think about how damn lucky I am, because there's so many really great artists out there, musicians, singers, whatever, and they never get a break. So I just feel very lucky.
Yeah, I mean, so you started in Denmark. That's where you're originally from. I mean, how did it all come about getting involved in being a singer-songwriter?
Well, I come from a very musical family. I mean, most of my family members were into music, and I was studying, singing and stuff. But my father said, you need to get a real job.
Famous last words.
Yeah, so I started studying fashion design because I was very good at drawing, and I thought, okay, I'll just do that. Let's see how that goes. And I moved to Italy to get into fashion design. I didn't get a job, but I was asked to do fittings for Fendi, for a lot of big fashion companies. So I started doing that in the daytime, and then at night I would work as a public relation for different clubs. And that's where I met one of the guys who worked with the producer. And he said, look, they're looking for singers, so why don't you pass by the studio and say hello?
It's amazing. To have such a longevity in a career, though, it must be wonderful for you to feel that.
Well, I've been very lucky because I've not just as a singer, I've been working as a singer, as a songwriter. I've been writing songs for Benny Benassi, for DJs, other singers. And I've done, I moved to London a few years ago, and I worked on a house project. I did 3 songs, and I got signed with Armada Music in Holland, and I released them as Senny. And then, I mean, house music was fun and all that, but let's get back to the Wiggy stuff. And so I went back to producing music as Whigfield.
It's fantastic. I mean, it says here that you were part of the Dansk Melody Grand Prix back in 2018.
Yeah.
What's that? Sounds fantastic.
That was so weird because it was, I even remember the day because the Queen's husband was on his deathbed. So nobody knew if we were going to go live or not. So we were all like sitting, waiting and seeing what was going on. But I mean, I think the song was maybe a bit too gay oriented for the Danes. I don't know. Maybe they were more into rock music. It was a song called Boys on Girls. And I thought it was a great song, but hey.
Well, you never know. I'm guessing you're having a full-on proper mega reinsurgence now with everybody. Where does your love of music lie? What type of genre do you like yourself personally to listen to?
Well, when I'm not working, I'm trying not to listen too much. It's more when I sit in the studio, I kind of try to get ideas and things like that. But I try never to listen too much because I don't want to copy. Sometimes you hear something and then it just sticks in your head and you think it's yours. I can say when I go out, I go running once in a while, I listen to Spotify and I basically just listen to the top 20 just to hear what music, what stuff is working right now. And then I think if I want to just chill or walk through the woods, I'll listen to classical music.
So you listen to a whole lot of different music then?
Yeah, I'm a musical garbage. I mean, I listen to anything. I can listen to rock music. There's not a particular genre I would say I wouldn't listen to. Yeah, maybe Scream.
But that's good. We like all that music. Reminisce Festival. When's it happening?
It's on the 10th of September, and let me just see, because I've got a piece of paper here. Let me just see the stage. Yeah, I'm a pro. The stage is the Fezzy Pub. I'm just going to put on my specs because I'm half blind now. And live on stage, we're going to have 5 Boys Live, China Black, Fatman Scoop, Liberty X, Nadine Coyle, S Club All Stars, and Wiggy.
Yay, and why not? Well, listen, it's been an absolute privilege and a pleasure to speak to you today, Whigfield. And I can't wait to see
your wig.
Yeah, you can borrow it. You can have it. I'll send it to you.
Oh, thank you.
No problem at all. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much.
Whigfield there,
everybody.
Thank you, you too. all the way from Italy there, everybody. Our Whigfield, treat.
Ooh, that was.
Treat. Reminisce Festival, by the way. It's going to be absolutely sensational. 5. Remember 5?
Yeah.
If you get in, maybe that one, and keep on when you're down. That one. There's loads on there. It's like proper.
Throwback.
It's proper pure
throwback.
cheese. It's going to be a sensational thing. What's going on in Manchester then? What have you been up to, Caroline?
Oh my goodness. I have been to the Windrush Sunday dinners. So traditional Caribbean dinners where they want to get the community back together, talking. And it was a blast. I met some fantastic people.
Yeah. And some ladies with wonderful books.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this VT, shall we?
Got the great pleasure to be with Diane Heron. Is it Diane or Deanne? It's Deanne. With author Deanne Heron, and she's got several publications here. Deanne, nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
Tell us about your books.
Okay, well, I do a lot of things, as most people know, but writing is my first love. So the first books I had published were these Pardon the Money stories, and they are short, humorous stories about my Jamaican culture, but they also include an element of Black history, something that should be taught in school and isn't. And then I love writing poetry. So it is volume 2 of my poetry collection, Contemplation. I've sold all volume 1. And I'm about to have 2 more volumes published called the COVID Era. And I call that my therapeutic processing. And that's what's helped me to make sense of what's gone on during the COVID era. And also just to support, friends and family, and just help them to realize, no, this is not the end of the world. You just need to take care of yourself. And that should be our priority. And going back, this book is the Mandari Chronicles, and that published in 2020.
Right.
It took me about 10 years to write.
Wow.
And it was as a result of dreams that I kept having. The Harry Potter and all those kind of films. And I was thinking, dwarves, elves, really? And then I was having these vivid dreams every night that take me back in time. And I was told there were 3 races, not just one created originally. So I wrote my book based on that.
That sounds fantastic. That sounds really, really good. And you're Manchester based?
Oh, yes, I am. I've always lived, well, not always. I was born in Jamaica.
Yeah.
But I came here when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to tell you my age now.
No, you don't have to.
I came here when I was 9 years old, and yes, I've lived in Manchester for a very long time. Went to primary school here, secondary school, Newell Green High School.
Newell Green.
Because my family, we were one of the first Black families to be moved out to Wythenshawe, to the council estate.
Yeah.
But so when I left home, I then moved back down here. Well, I was living in Mouse Passing for a while, but I live not far away from here in Wally Range, which I absolutely love.
Lovely. Yeah, it's very, 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 very cool, Wally Range. I'm sure you'll see some fellow authors as well in Wally Range. Thank you so much for talking to me. These books look absolutely beautiful. Wonderful.
Well, I have to say that everybody who's bought them, in fact, I wrote volume 1 thinking, right, that's it. And then everybody came, oh my gosh, Diane, you got to write more. So then I wrote volume 2. And even though this is huge, and everybody who buys it say, oh my goodness, they come back to me a few weeks later, Diane, I started reading it, I couldn't put it down.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
What else can I say?
We're going to play a game. We're going to actually engage these young folk on a Sunday afternoon in a board game, which is fabulous, isn't it, girls? Yeah. Lynn ain't going to win. But yeah, no, we're just here to have a bit of fun, and as Lynn said, just a bit of intergenerational work as well while we're here in the community.
Tell me about Powerhouse.
Powerhouse is just over the road. Hideaway is just over Princess Road as well. So there are 2 big youth centres in Moss Side that have got loads of stuff going on for young people. These are Hideaway young people here today. So Powerhouse is a youth and community centre, and we've got a library underneath. We're open 6 days a week for young people with various free activities that anybody can come to. Anybody's welcome. On a Sunday, we have a big church over there which is going on as well.
Yeah.
We have sewing sessions for a mums group in the local community. We have music, we have rapping, MCing. What I say is come into the Powerhouse and just see what we've got on. Pick up a leaflet, because as I say, there's dancing, there's carnival stuff. There's too much for me to mention, really.
I am so pleased, sort of pleased, but not pleased, because she's going to make me do something that's going to exert myself. And I'm with Rianne. Rianne is founder of Black Girls That Hike UK. Hi, girl.
Oh, hi.
Right, okay, so tell us about Black Girl That Hikes, first of all, quickly.
So, Black Girls Hike is a non-profit organisation that creates a safe space for Black women to reconnect with nature and explore the outdoors. So we do nationwide group hikes, we do activity weekends, training events, and we have just started doing international trips this year.
Oh, hiking internationally.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. So I wonder, because my co-host is a drag queen.
Okay.
And that'd be really nice if we could get Belinda doing a bit of a short hike somewhere. That would be really interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's good to get anybody outside, really.
Yeah, the great outdoors. And what brought you to this event?
So we're partnering with TAP on this event. TAP are like our family. So we were successful in a joint partnership bid with the Jubilee funding. So we're partnering with them on this and some more events. So we're going to be doing some like events with the elders, talking about what their relationship was like with nature before they came to the UK and how that's kind of like manifested what it's like here as well. And obviously we're going to be doing some workshops and some more Sunday dinner events.
Yeah, but the elders do like the gardening, though, do they? They do like the gardening, so that's a good starting point, really, isn't it?
It's a good starting point. And also, if you think about it, where we're from and our ancestors, we are very, very connected to nature, but unfortunately, that tie is severed due to racism and how we are in these systems here. So I think it's just a really good way for people to kind of like find different ways to reconnect, get that mental and physical benefits of being in the outdoors.
That's great. That's fantastic. Anyway, so watch this space. They might get me outdoors. Rianne's smiling at me. I'm quite.
I'll take you to Alexander Park. We'll do something like easy, get you going, and then we'll take you to the Peak District.
I just hope she's got some oiled up gentlemen to carry me away once I collapse. Anyway, this is Caroline Whitehead signing out.
Hello, Michael here with another look at what's on in Manchester over the next week or so. And well, if you've been out and about over the last few days, you'll have undoubtedly seen that Sister Act has begun its run at the Palace Theatre. That's running up until Saturday next week. And well, I'm overjoyed to be joined now with the fabulous Lizzie Bea. Lizzie is playing Sister Mary Roberts in this run. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm honestly overjoyed to be speaking with you today. Before we chat about Sister Act, just a quick one. Obviously, you've just come out of your run at the end of May. You were in Heathers at the Other Palace in London. What was that like?
It was amazing. It's a show that is very dear to my heart, even though I only did the show just started last year. I first was part of it actually 5 years ago now. And it was great to finally get to do the show. And it's a cult classic now. So I feel very lucky to have been a part of it.
And I have to quickly mention as well, you played the iconic Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray, one of my all-time favourite musicals. What was that like?
I did. That was a dream come true. It's an absolute bucket list role. And really, really thrilled to have ticked that off the list of iconic parts to get to do. So yeah, that was my first show back after the pandemic, and it was just an incredible experience.
Oh my goodness, I bet that even just that thrill of being back on stage, I guess, after so long, must have been emotional, I guess.
It really was, and it was weird for us because we'd known about Hairspray. We all got cast at the end of 2019 and were meant to do it in 2020. So then, we spent that whole pandemic just thinking, oh my God, I really hope we're still able to do it, and to come out the other side and have that to look forward to was really special.
Well, you've arrived in Manchester now, Sister Act. How does it feel to be in one of the greatest cities in the north, if not the best?
Yeah, I love Manchester. This is my third show that I have done in Manchester now, and my third tour that's come here, and it's been lovely. It's my first time at the Palace. I've always been at the Opera House before, but I'm loving it here. It's such a nice area. There's like everything you need, and we're being really well looked after. So yeah, loving it so far.
Oh, wonderful. And of course, you're performing alongside some legends. We've got the Ab Fab Jennifer Saunders, Birds of a Feathers, Leslie Joseph, my personal favourite, straight from the dumping ground, Clive Rowe, Duke from Tracy Beaker.
God. I don't think you understand how buzzing I am to be on stage with Duke from Tracy Beaker. I actually literally spent like 6 weeks being like, I can't ask Clive about Tracy Beaker. What if he doesn't want to talk about it? But he brought it up the other day and I was in my element.
I bet. One of my all-time favourites. I think we're from the same sort of generation, that early 2000s, yeah. So, of course, the show is moving on to London after this. It is already getting rave reviews from what I've seen. And it's only been here in Manchester, 2 days now. But, of course, it is based on the film from 1992. Are you a fan of the film?
I grew up with that film as like a staple VCR in my house. And it's always on telly, isn't it? It's like a classic Channel 5 film that's on a Sunday. So, yeah, I love that film. It was like a proper family favourite. And, yeah, it's very special to get to do this show, and especially the part that I'm playing, because Mary Robert kind of has some really iconic parts in the film, which translate really well to the show. So it's kind of like come full circle, from loving it as a kid.
Oh, fabulous. Do you have a favourite song from the production?
Or I actually think Clive's song that he gets to do, I Could Be That Guy, is so good. I'm not going to give it away, but there is like an iconic moment in his song that he gets to do that people will just love. So I think that's my favourite,
One of my all-time favourite things, when I go to the theatre, I love just the staging of everything and the set and how everybody moves around. Just give me a little bit of an insight into what we can expect from that.
So the set is amazing because obviously there's lots of different settings within Sister Act. Most of it is obviously in the convent, but Morgan, our set designer, has designed it so cleverly. So the convent is kind of like what frames the stage, and then we have these kind of like token set pieces that come on for the club or for kind of like the outside areas or the police station. So a lot of the cast are kind of like moving on these set pieces, but things like the altar or the towers in the convent are kind of like always there to just give us that vibe that it's a lovely like holy place.
Brilliant. So obviously we've just chatted a little bit about previous roles and things. How long have you been in this game for, Lizzie?
It is 7 years now that I've been an actor.
And where was it that you were training at?
So I didn't go to drama school. It was kind of like, a weird route in for me. So I did National Youth Music Theatre, which is kind of like a nationwide organisation where you can go and audition from the age of 11 to 24, and they put on professional shows with kind of like professional directors and choreographers and MDs. And when I was 19, I did that, and my now agent came to watch it, and we kind of stayed in contact while I was at university. And that's kind of how it happened. So very weird and wonderful, but I feel very lucky that it kind of happened.
Well, you know what?
Like
You've had an absolutely, so far, for just 7 years, a fantastic career so far. Wish you the best of luck with this run at the Palace. Like I say, it's up until, is it the 9th of July, which is not Saturday coming, the Saturday after. And we're really looking forward to seeing it here on Your Manchester. Thank you very much, Lizzie.
Thank you so much. See you later.
Thank you. Have a great...
Absolutely fantastic, everybody. The wonderful Sister Act at the Palace Theatre up until the 9th, everybody, which is dead exciting. I'm going on Monday. I'm dead excited. Jennifer Saunders, never met her, quite like her, quite fond of her. What else is going on, please, Michael
Wasn't she
Adams?
lovely?
Wasn't she lovely?
I know.
Lizzie Bea?
So it's a busy week, a busy month actually ahead for Manchester because the Greater Manchester Fringe Festival starts this weekend.
Oh, and what can we expect from that then?
All the usual theatre, the storytelling was my most favourite thing I saw on there. Music, all these sort of live events. All of the details, visit Manchester website. I think it's kicking off though in the Village at Bloom Street.
Probably, yes. It's fantastic. I remember going to so many of the different Fringe events. It's a shame it's been gone. They did it even when they had the pandemic. They did a couple of things online still.
Oh,
it
I
was
see,
still brilliant. It was still really, really good. Is there anything that particularly in show-wise that we should be watching out for on that?
Ooh, never done that much stuff in the guide.
Yeah, and it's
too hard.
It's like the yellow pages.
I was flicking through it. There was about 40 pages on it, and I was going, "What can I talk about?"
And a lot of it is so low priced as well.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's free too, which is can't beat
well,
free.
You can't get lower price
That's
than
what
that.
you want, don't you?
Yeah.
And then as well on Saturday, there is an event GM for women. I think you know a little bit more about this, Carol.
Yes, so it's Professor Helen Pankhurst, MBE. It's her campaign that started in 2018. That's when 100 years after women got the vote. Well, after women got the vote, age 30, and it's GM for Women 2028. Wants equality, diversity in Manchester. Wants Manchester to lead the way, and she has a conference every year. Of course, with the pandemic, we didn't have the conference and everything, but this is the first time since 2019 that we're coming together at the University of Manchester, at the Alliance Manchester Business School.
Manchester. Some would say it should be perhaps the capital city these days, shouldn't they?
Yes.
Oh, they do.
Yes, it should. Well, at that event on Saturday,
we
are media partners as well.
Of
Your
course
Manchester are media partners.
Of course we are.
Yes.
It's exciting. Capital cities, come on.
Yes. So, very interesting. Whilst I was doing my research this morning, I found that YouGov for Times Radio have done a bit of a poll.
Right.
Where would you most like to see a new capital city? If London was going, we'll get rid of them southerners, where should it go to? Well, would you believe it? Manchester topped the poll.
Friendliest.
I know. I've got the stats for you, actually. So friendliest. I like that. Yeah.
Well, we are. It's true. We speak to people unlike the South.
So 1 in 6 people said Manchester. That's around 16% of those that they asked. Overall, though, get this.
Yeah.
More than half said Manchester. 55% voted for Manchester compared to 42% for Liverpool, 39% for Birmingham.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to feel a bit, with me being from the northeast, I'm not too disappointed. So 37% for Newcastle, but that was also for Leeds, Sheffield, Edinburgh, Nottingham, Bristol, and so on and so forth. But I think Manchester, definitely, because of course, I don't know why we're not city of culture.
Yeah, but geographically, we are the second city.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Is that not Birmingham?
No, Birmingham for population.
Oh, I see.
Geographically, Greater Manchester is the second city.
Well, we do things differently up here, don't we?
We do.
I've always just found that Manchester's it's a lot more friendlier, firstly, than London.
Yeah.
Well, you can say this because you've been all over the shop, haven't you, Flower? So Manchester people, great people, aren't they?
They are.
Hey? They're good people. They're good people. We all like a conversation.
Yeah, we do.
Don't we?
We do have a bit of chat.
We like a bit of chat. And if we don't like to chat, then there's one other thing we can do. We can sit at home. We can watch What's on the Box.
Hi, I'm Hayley and welcome to this week's On The Box. As you can hear, my voice still isn't back to normal, but we're on the 4th week now, so hopefully we're on the home straight. Now, one of the series I've watched recently is called Chloe. It's about a young woman who's kind of obsessed with another woman. There's far more to it than that. It's a thriller, it's a comedy, it is absolutely brilliant. It's set in Bristol and Weston-super-Mare. Get on that. That is on iPlayer. Also, there's a very interesting documentary with Sandy Toksvig. It's called London's Secret Lesbian Club, and that goes behind the scenes of the Gateways Club in London, which started off as a bohemian hangout and then slowly became a lesbian hangout too, and it closed in 1985. That's a really interesting documentary. And there's a comedy series which is available on iPlayer, and that is on my list at the moment. It stars Alison Steadman. It's called Here We Go Again. And it's all filmed from the point of view of the youngest son, Sam. Also, check out LGBT stories on iPlayer. There's loads of comedy dramas, documentaries. Really check it out. I came across a comedy drama called 20s. Hollywood isn't ready for Hattie, but is Hattie ready for Hollywood? That is on my list. That looks absolutely brilliant and proper easy watching as well. You know, for the evening when you're settling down with your cup of tea or your vodka or your gin, whatever you happen to have. Now, everything I've mentioned today is available on BBC iPlayer. Do get on it. That's it from me. I shall catch you next time. And remember, stronger together. Bye.
It's Jo Britton, your neurosculpting coach, for another minute of mojo. Do you ever hear yourself say things like, well, I can't do that because I'm too old, I'm too young, everybody is cleverer than me? These are the sorts of stories we can tell ourselves without even questioning whether they're true or not, that influence our behaviour, actions and results. And they can really get in the way of meeting our potential and achieving all the things that we're really capable of achieving, because this, our brain, is a master storyteller. It believes anything that we tell it. So look, if there's something that you want to achieve, maybe you're procrastinating over or you're holding back, become aware of the stories that you're telling yourself. Ask yourself, actually, are these really true? And craft a new story and belief that will help empower you and move you forward to achieve that thing that is entirely possible instead. I'll be back next time for another minute of mojo. In the meantime, you can connect with me on my Instagram page, jobritton.mojo.
Absolutely. Get inspired, everybody, with our lovely Mojo. She's just fabulous. I just like this. She's like one of them calendars for inspiration that you open each
motivational
week and each month.
Yeah.
It's very lovely. Very, very nice indeed. It's warm today.
It is.
It's warm. It's not necessarily been good weather today, but it's been warm nevertheless. Scotchio. And to find out more, so you've tickled me now. To find out more, which is a good trick considering I'm sat here. To find out more, let's check in to see exactly where our Paul Rudd is.
Sherlock Holmes, Peaky Blinders, even Manchester United players have all filmed here. Well, here's your weather. Well, it's looking like an unsettled week for Manchester this week. Sunny spells and scattered heavy showers. Plus, there will be that wind as well. The wind will be up. So here's this week's weather details for Manchester. Thursday is looking sunny, cloudy and rain with the temperatures of 18 degrees Celsius. Friday is looking cloudy with the temperatures of 18 degrees Celsius. And as we look forward to the weekend's weather right now, Saturday is looking like rain with the temperatures of 18 degrees Celsius, and Sunday is looking cloudy with the temperatures of 19 degrees Celsius. Oh, I know, I've been putting yoghurt on it for weeks and it still hasn't cleared up. Oh, I know. Oh, hello.
Oh, there we are, everybody. We're back. We're just looking at this book, everybody. It's a great book. Caroline, tell us more about this book, please.
Oh, right. Okay. So it is called Spectrum. It's the world of Jerry Anderson. It's looking at it's not looking at Thunderbirds. Everyone knows Thunderbirds. It's looking at Terrorhawks. We do like
loved Terrorhawks.
Yes. So that Terrorhawks, Space Precinct, and it's looking at Captain Scarlet.
What was his villain? Were they the Mysterons?
Mysterons.
They
Yeah.
were scary things,
Yeah.
weren't they, the puppets?
Yeah, they said Sajid Javid looks like a Mysteron.
Leave it.
Anyway, so
What's this book all about?
So anyway, it's lots of different stories.
Yeah.
And our Zebra writer in residence, Mr. Dan W.
Yeah.
He has written the Terrorhawk story, all original stories, and that launched today.
It launched today, so is it available now then?
It's available now, WH Smith's and online.
WH Smith's, it's in there, is it? And
Yeah, it's in there and everything.
Oh,
so
yes.
yes,
Believe it.
yeah. So you like your graphic novels, you go into your Comic Cons. Writer in residence will be at the Comic Cons around the country.
They're becoming a more and more popular thing, these graphic novels, aren't they?
They've been for a long time.
Yeah.
We've been doing it
You've
for.
seen that Heartstopper one?
Yeah.
That took off on Netflix.
That was Heartstopper. That was a graphic novel, wasn't it? Yes.
Well, we've been doing them 20 years.
Well, they're amazing.
Yeah.
I want to read more.
Yeah. Well,
But then I've got to learn to read, so what's the point?
Oh dear.
No, I can read. I'm very good at reading. I'm rubbish with maths. What you like? Better at maths or better at English?
English.
Yeah. What you like?
English.
English, yeah.
5 times they took me to pass GCSEs.
Oh, I never bothered, love.
But don't forget, I like my history.
Never bothered.
Did you have GCSEs in your day?
Yes, they did. Did you? There we go. Record of achievement. Did you get a record of achievement? Did you get a record of achievement?
Yeah.
Yes. What did I say? You're missing out. It's the nearest you'll get. The only reason I went through with school is because this record of achievement looked just like a This Is Your Life book.
All right.
And
Yeah.
I used to pretend it was my This Is Your Life book, because nobody's ever actually done a This Is Your Life for me.
Nobody
Anyway,
knows what that
I'm
is.
being told we're out of time, cockers. We're out of time. Just to let you know, everybody, we are, as much as we're online on this televisual program, you can catch us every single day of the week on our new radio station. Now, the radio station is called Chatterbox, and it features everybody here and a whole host more. And we've got live shows from 8 a.m.
With myself, serving you up brekkie every single day.
There we go. Then we segue on to another presenter, Ben Johnson. And then I'm with you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday from 1 till 3. And there's just loads going on. And the emphasis is on chatting because that's what I feel we should be constantly doing. We should keep chatting. You're on there as well, aren't you?
Yes. So I'm on Mondays and Fridays, I think. I can't remember because I'm getting old. But I always have a quote for the day. And because I'm not on a Wednesday, I'll give you a quote for today.
Here we go. Get ready, everybody. Quote for the day.
I can look further because I'm standing on the shoulders of giants.
Wow. Which means you can fall further if he
That
drifts.
moved me.
Oh, did it move, yeah? Yeah, me too. It's reminded me I need a KFC. So everybody, with that in mind, thanks to our Caroline Whitehead, thanks to our very, very gorgeous Michael Adams. I finally got your name right, Cocker. You're back to bed.
I am.
Back to bed with you.
Get on one of these.
Yeah, just lie on the couch, love. You'll be all right. I'll sing you a bedtime story.
I'll make you some Horlicks.
In the meantime, everybody, thanks so much for watching this week's episode of Your Manchester.